ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನ್ ಹಸ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Yeah.
So, Shashi, you're going to be the Joe Rogan of data science. So, you watch Joe Rogan videos regularly?
Not regularly, sometime. I mean, not sometime. Once in a while when I get recommendation.
he is also like a very famous podcaster. So, he interviews many of these big celebrities or scientists different kinds of people he interviews and just ask them questions about different things.
I recently, today only I watched his
Joe Rogan podcast.
His talk with Sadhguru.
With Sadhguru,
nice. He had because Sadhguru was here for Save Soil event, so yeah.
So he had come here to the US itself.
Yeah,
nice.
Maybe they have met somewhere. Obviously, I think he has come.
Okay.
So let's start with our. So, like I said, when you are comparing. What is the purpose of comparing that? Like you said, but you went into normalization of it, right? We are not looking for it. We have samples from since childhood. We are seeing samples of populations or what.
Z-test that we do. The main purpose is to see whether it's a part of hypothesis testing itself. It is to see whether a group is statistically significant or not. Mainly for that.
Which group? The sample.
For whichever group you are doing the Z.
I mean, random sampling if you are taking from population.
It's random sampling.
So we do statistics when we have population mean or standard deviation, and we are comparing.
Why do you say that? And normally the sample size is also more than 30.
Yeah. Why do we say that we are comparing groups? Here, I mean, it's not related to Z-test, or because it is confusing to me when you say that we are comparing two groups. I mean, I'm not understanding in what perspective.
I'm saying groups because in case of t-test, the main focus is to compare the means of two groups. That is the main purpose of t-test. The reason why they're doing a t-test is because they want to see the effect of something on two groups. For example, if you want to see the effect of a drug, okay, you're seeing the effect of the drug that has been administered.
Let's take an example which we had in last assignment, like 12 hours before test and after we had performed t-test, right? So what is the point of, I mean, when we are coming from Z-test to t-test, I want to have that transition as well.
We did not deal with Z-test in last assignment.
I mean, I'm generalizing that.
The reason why we did not deal with Z-test is because we obviously don't have the population mean. We only have the sample mean. Because practically speaking, it is not possible to calculate each and every person or particles or whichever lowest element is there in a population. You just can't calculate the mean just like that. So that's why we just take a sample from that huge population, and for that we calculate the mean and we do all these statistics. And since you're doing it only for a sample, we mostly deal with t-test only and not Z-test. Because for t-test, you can only do sample standard deviation. You can't get the population.
So we are doing t-test to check the significance of the value.
Yes.
Like basically
significance of the value and to compare means between two groups.
Okay, so once we do our t-test, we go to our t-table and we find the alpha value, this p value, and we see that it is falling under 0.5. Again, I studied p value less than 0.01. It is very strong evidence against null hypothesis. Okay, very strong.
Less than 0.0.
Less than 0. Less than so p value, if it is less than equal to 0.01.
You told 0.01. Normally we see for 0.05.
Yeah. But it is 0.05.
Okay.
I'm saying 0.01, which is lesser than 0.05.
Okay.
If it is the value, whatever.
Where did you hear that?
I read online.
Where exactly on it?
I'll tell you that after some time. I went through a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's Unfold Data Science.
Okay.
He's a very good guy.
Even today morning I was
Uh-huh.
watching
I
one of
wanted
his,
to
one
share
of
that
his,
video to you. I wanted to share. One is 9-minute video, one is 14 minutes video.
Okay.
I wanted to share that to you, but I thought you will be busy with
Hey,
your.
that guy is good, man. Today morning I was watching one of his
You
videos,
watch his,
videos on oversampling, undersampling,
Uh-huh.
smart. I was watching.
Okay.
One
You
of
watch
his
his
videos.
gradient descent and ADA boost, some of the gradient
Okay.
algorithm he has explained very good.
Very, very well. Is it?
Only his video you will find it in YouTube. When I checked for that, it was not clear for me when I read some article and all. So I googled it. He was the only person to create that video.
Nice.
ADA Delta or ADA Boost, I don't remember particularly,
Mm-hmm.
but in the boosting algorithm segment he used. So if it is 0.01, it's very strong evidence against null hypothesis. If it is between 0.01 and 0.05,
Okay.
it is a strong. It is strong evident against, and if it is 0.05 and 0.1, it is mild against mild evidence, and if it is equal to or greater than 0.1, there is no evidence against null hypothesis, and we can accept that. So so what I'm trying to say is, when we do t-test, when you say that we are doing comparison of two samples, forget about two samples, one sample t-test, what we are exactly comparing, and what exactly we are trying to understand that. We are saying that we are doing t-test, we are getting p-value obviously, and we are saying
in one sample t-test, the thing is t-test is applied for two groups only, but in one sample t-test, in the first iteration, right, that group is subject to some condition. Okay, it's subject to some condition, and the second time the same group is subject to a second condition. So in that way you get two different results for the same group. So for that you are doing the t-test. So you are taking mean of both these readings, and that you are comparing, and for that you need t-test.
all right.
So in that way the group is the same. In that way the group is the same.
Yeah, it is
Paired t-test.
paired. Oh
So
yes,
paired t-test means. So
hey,
when
this
you say-
one.
when you say
Children parent with
Yes.
got
That's
it.
what.
Got it.
The thing is,
with
the thing is for
uh,
t-test you always have two readings. Two readings, two groups will be there. But for a normal t-test,
I got it now.
for a normal,
The subject is same.
the subject is
one
same.
sample
The
t-test.
subject
Unpaired.
groups are same, but they are subject to two different conditions.
Yeah, I got it. We literally worked on this
Yeah,
last week, right?
our assignment was literally based on that.
Yes. And what we are saying on, okay, we hypothesized that there is no influence of beta endorphin on stress. It was null hypothesis.
Beta endorphins.
Endorphin on null hypothesis, right? And our alternative was something different. And here for second unpaired, there is mean different. What was our null hypothesis for that?
So I think our null hypothesis for that was something like whatever it's children, parent and child, right? Parent and child. Yeah, the descriptions, the TAT descriptions, the TAT descriptions of
normal and
the TAT descriptions of mothers does not have any effect or any influence on the positivity of something, on the positivity of some metric. I forgot that.
Okay, whatever. I mean, I think we are synced in terms of our thought process.
You got it.
Yes,
right,
I got it. Yeah. Okay, so here we are comparing two sample and based upon our hypothesis, we are rejecting and um, hmm, okay. So okay, now I got it. I mean, now I am able to connect dots. Now I'm able to connect dots. But when someone, I mean, it was we were blank at least before this conversation, right? Little bit of blankness.
We got more clarity now.
Yeah. I mean, like I was like, why we are doing? I mean, suddenly we started doing this. We are doing it. We are able to find the conclusion. But what was the purpose?
But the thing is, in our lecture, she has to like clearly mention once more, like why exactly we are doing a T test or Z test or something like that.
If I'm there in the class, I will ask this question. But I'm not.
Why don't you attend the class itself?
I'll complete all these topics.
Is it because you probably don't understand what she's saying?
To some extent, I'm not understanding.
I mean the accent.
Yeah. And basically, after reading slides, we are able to. I'm not even reading slides. I mean, we are missing so many things. Yeah, but I think I'll be able to get just of this latest slide and start coming to my next class, because I have my RA meeting in the morning the day same. After that I have, because so far I was taking Zoom meeting, RA meeting. So I thought that's
now your RA meeting
she told me to come in person. She have to come in person. She told me, and we have 2 RA meeting every week. So tomorrow I have RA meeting.
2 is lots actually.
Yeah. Tomorrow I have.
think I'm a lot.
You know what? I have not attended one RA meeting so far. The Friday meeting. I was not aware that it is happening.
Okay. She
didn't tell that.
She told later. She told.
No, I got to know from my other person, my senior, who is about to leave now.
Okay.
So that project, she is totally handing over to me.
Oh, so you're going to be like the only person.
Yes. I and Lenny, he's a PhD guy.
Okay.
So
he's Indian only?
No, he's a Chinese guy.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's also a professor. She's a president of SOIC or something like that.
Okay.
And you know that the project,
okay.
you know that Alzheimer project is highly sponsored in IU.
The reason for that is because IU is basically having a strong healthcare infrastructure.
Healthcare and neuro related.
Yep. Even for our stats class, we have like lots of neuroscience PhD students.
Yeah, stat class is more about marijuana, alcohol, drugs. All the data sets are like that only.
That's because half of them are neuroscience PhD students. So they in and out, they keep studying about the effect of drugs on the human brain and the more extended parts of our human personality. So that's why they're mentioning these examples. Yeah, as people who come from purely technical backgrounds, we do find that a bit odd.
See, bro, now I started learning Alzheimer. I mean,
the biology behind all.
Biology, in addition, I started with learning what is Alzheimer. So I learned couple of things and learned couple of biological terminology. I felt like, what is the shit I'm doing here? Again, I have to study that because I will not understand data otherwise.
Correct.
Okay. So, and she has shared me like that article which they have published. So I was going through that, and I again did research about what is gene, what is enzyme, what is protein, how this synthesis happens, and what is neuron, how RNA, DNA are connected in neuron, how this protein happens. Basically what happens is, this Alzheimer, there is a protein, okay, because of protein, it will, what happens is protein will break, and it will get a different shape, and it will surround around this neuron.
Okay.
and it will make disable.
So it's like literally disabling the neuron because
the
of that.
neuron will die, and there is no process to give birth to new neuron or add new neuron.
Okay,
So that is the reason.
that's why people keep forgetting those.
That's the reason there is no cure for that. There is no cure for that.
There's no cure.
And one more thing is,
is it like more of a natural process which occurs due to aging or something like that?
it is, which we can say it. I mean, I'm not right to answer that, but
Okay.
so far what I have studied is, it is correlated with age, but not all. It's not an aging process also.
It's not exactly aging process, but there is. I do believe there's a strong correlation with age.
65 is the threshold. After that, it hits. But it will hit to younger people
as well. Okay.
The thing is, the syndrome what we get the symptoms what we see is too late to get into the treatment.
By the time
the protein will be totally surrounded by this neuron, so it is too late.
Okay, so that's why people keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Because the neuron itself dies. So once the neuron dies, what is a neuron? It's basically the
electron transfer
the cell, the cell that helps you think. And you have all these connections, electrical connections.
See, I'll tell you,
between different neurons.
If you pinch like this will go to neuron.
Exactly.
It's a deep learning, bro. It's just deep learning. Y is equal to mx. Please see only this.
Deep learning works on neuron.
I mean, I'm just
I mean,
since we are not from biology, I'm just taking our content to that.
It literally copies the patterns of neurons.
Yes, definitely.
The working and functionality.
See, the number of neuron you give in deep learning layer is nothing but this. This is much more.
Just imagine those neurons itself going. Your deep learning network itself is not going to work.
It cannot. I mean, data is going. There is no output itself.
Yeah. So there is no process to stop this. You can't.
There is a process. If you go, I mean, if there is a stage where they feel that it can be controlled.
Okay, there is a way to control it.
Control it.
Okay.
But once the neuron is dead, there is no process to give birth to that. So I read that today. So it is like the breast cancer. What we learned, it is recommended to have mammographic scan after some age, like 35.
Is it a mammographic scan or brain scan?
No. I'm correlating to that.
Okay.
So it is recommended to
have a brain scan
even if you don't have a breast cancer or anyone in general. It is recommended to have that scanning, right? So that in one scan you won't get it. So it is something like that.
Correct.
It is recommended to have
Alzheimer's scan.
If it is highly recommended, if you have your ancestors having that symptoms or disease.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start working on it. We'll close this one.